Now let me formally introduce to you the former Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mallam Nasir El-Rufai. He's joining us now in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us. Quite some time.
Quite some time.
What have you been up to?
Enjoying retirement.
And, retirement at such a young age.
Well, you know, we some of us overachieved at an early age, so we've decided to take a back seat and just writing once in a while and contributing in our personal and private capacities to developing the country.
You have been quite a prolific writer for some time now.
Well, yes, I enjoy writing. I find it very difficult, but I try. But I'm more driven by the need to enlighten Nigerians about how government works and how our resources are being spent. And you know, I noticed when I was in government that there's a lot of information asymmetry. Most people do not understand how the government spends its resources and makes its decisions. And I thought that one of the services I can render to Nigerians, particularly young people, is to try to open up the black box of government and encourage them also to join government, because I think we need good people in government for things to be better.
And talking about opening the black box, you have written almost on every issue and almost on every sector of the Nigerian polity in recent times, even in areas where many thought you were not too versatile and all of that, but you have offered opinions that many have found very intriguing, very interesting, and very enlightening. How were you able to do that?
Well, you know, I don't know what areas I'm versatile. I went to university to study quantity surveying, and then business administration, then law, then public administration. So I know a little bit of many things. I'm not a unipolar professional. And I've been fortunate in my years in government. I've been exposed to many areas, and I got to know a little bit more about everything. So, you know, and I am helped by a team of researchers that get all the data, because I like to express opinions with facts based on data and logic. And so, you know, I've been lucky to be able to look at all these sectors. But the whole idea is really to explain how these sectors work, so that Nigerians can ask their leaders questions and hold them accountable. And I'm happy that it is helping to some extent.
Now, while you were in government as FCT minister, you were also a member of the then economic team.
Yes.
And of course, talking about explaining government policies and all of that, talking with facts and statistics.
Yes.
Perhaps my next question would be to ask, what is petroleum subsidy? What is subsidy?
Well, subsidy arises in a situation where you are providing something at a price below its cost. Okay, so for instance, let us say that you decide to subsidize food. Okay, you decide to subsidize rice because every Nigerian likes rice, for instance, and the cost of producing a kilogram of rice is, say, 10 naira, but Nigerians cannot afford it at 10 naira. So you decide as a government to make it available to Nigerians at 5 naira. So you are subsidizing the difference. So you buy at 10 and you sell at 5. That is what is subsidy. Now, there are two ways to approach subsidy. You can approach subsidies from the cost of production point of view, or you can approach it from cost of importation point of view. And you see, this is why we have a disconnect in the petroleum sector. We have what is called subsidy in the petroleum, in PMS, in petrol today, because we import what we need. Because we import what we need, the cost of bringing it to Nigeria is derived from the cost of crude oil, its processing, using salaries of Americans and Europeans. Okay, so it costs us more than if we produce it internally. Okay, the subsidy argument only began because we are unable to produce our own needs, and this is why many are arguing, like Professor Tam David West and my leader, General Muhammadu Buhari, who were both petroleum